gentlemen, and welcome to this beautiful Thursday evening where we have a lot of promotion relegation matches here in the ECC. First up at 7 p.m., it is this match right here of Division 2, Ascension Helios versus Astro Atlas. Whoever wins stays in the division, and whoever loses still has one final chance to stay in Division 2. My name is Machtfish, and I'll be joined by Snicks today. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. We have an interesting match coming up between. So we have promotion relegation. So we have the ninth place of Division 2.1 against the ninth place of Division 2.2. It's Astro Atlas against Ascension Helios. So yeah, I'm going through the stats of them really quick. Ascension Helios finished ninth. I think that's safe. They finished league play with 1-8 in matches and a -17 game differential. Astro, they played in my division, by the way. They also finished 1-8 in matches and had a -16 game differential, and two of their losses were forfeit losses. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game. We have a best of seven, so way enough time to get a good game.
Yeah, best of seven, as you said, and everything on the line. You said both teams with a 1-8 coming in here, not the most successful season, and I think both teams have expected something else to come out of the season when they signed up. This time, Ascension Helios, especially in season 7, they were a playoff contender for Division 2, and now they fell down to the bottom rank, but the bottom two ranks, not playing for promotion but playing against relegation. So that's a really hard shift for them. Whereas Astro Atlas, I think they played similarly last season as well in the midfield, also a bit more down. So both of these teams haven't experienced the pressure that is the promotion relegation, and it's going to be, I think, an interesting one to see which team can deal better with that pressure.
Yeah, both teams have to fight for the Division 2 spot here. And yeah, the winner of this matchup will stay in Division 2, and the loser will play against Breakdown Xenon in the B stream, I think it was, later on. So both teams really have to fight for their spot here.
Yeah, both teams trying their hardest to survive, and I mean, in a best of seven, the first game isn't the most important game. You know, you can settle in. You have more time than the usual best of five. Whereas, if you lose the first one, you're already on the back foot. But in this best of seven, I think the most important game is actually going to be game number 2. So, given that they have a bit more time to get used to how each other plays, do you think we're going to see a bit more of tactical finesse by one of the teams, or do you think it's a straight case of we know what we're doing and we're not adapting no matter what the opponent does?
I think both teams will look in game one how the other team will play, and it's they will adapt to the playstyle. I think so. Like I said, Astro was in our division, in my division, so I played against them in week one, and I'm a bit surprised that they are ninth in the league because they had a really good match against us. It was a 3-1 for us. So I was expecting them in the top 5 or something, but they fall down to ninth place with 2 forfeits. So they have to fight here, and I think they will because they want to stay in Division 2.
Yeah, both teams definitely do not want to go down to Division 3, or rather, do not want to play the awaiting breakdown Xenon squad that is, of course, waiting for them if they lose this one. And quick, before we go into the match, what is your prediction of it? Obviously, you said you played against Astro Atlas. You have little to nothing to go but for Ascension here. So what is your prediction? Who do you think has got this match on lock? Who will come out victorious?
So, like I said, I know how Astro plays, and I don't know any of the players from Ascension Helios. So I think it's going to be a game 7. I predict 4-3 for Astro here.
Going for the game 7, that's a ballsy move. I also want to see a long series, but I want to see a different outcome. I'm going for the Ascension win. I mean, Bree and Per both ECC legends. So is Druven, and I can't really go against them here. I've got a feeling that every Ascension member would simultaneously show up at my house and might do unspeakable things to me. So split desk here. I'm thinking it's a 4-2 for Ascension. If they can keep it together, that's the main thing. If Bree and Druven and Per, who is going in game by Amatsuka Oto, fucking weaves, can have it hold it together, then I think they can get out strong here. But enough with the waffling. Let's give the teams the go ahead and let's see the first match of the evening. Relegation Division 2. Ascension Helios versus Astro Atlas. Snakes, take it away for the first kickoff.
So yeah, Jum is here against Fluffles against Bree. I just saw the wrong players. Hiroki going for the ball. Bobolike just follows it, but it's intercepted by Blue, and Bree just puts it onto the backboard. Amazuku, or I don't know how to pronounce the name, is going for the goal, and it's a 1-0 here for Druben for Ascension Helios.
And Druben, after good pressure there, after Pers beating in the air, probably a bit awkward from the backboard, trying his best to get to it. Can't quite go, and Druben puts it in for the easy 1-0, 15 seconds into this first match. Now,
So, yeah.
the kickoff going straight to Per, who whiffs. Druben has to clean up for him. Pass going back to attempt a passing play. The third man wasn't quite there. Druben gets beat by Hiroki, but Buliak takes over. It gets backward. Druben is there, however. Fluffles with the shot now. It's going to far corner. Per can't get to it, and Fluffles with the quick equalizer in game number 1.
And we are 31 seconds in, and we saw 2 goals, 2 really quick goals here, and a defense miss there by Amazuka, and yeah, it was unlucky for him that he didn't get this touch, so great offensive take by Astro Atlas here.
Great offense indeed, and Boboliak trying something else. Flip reset against the backboard, doesn't get the pinch mid. That's unfortunate on his part, and now he races back Bree as she's trying to move up the field. Fluffles takes control here, gets it past Bree, but only as far as Druben, who sets it up mid. Per is up, gets 50 in the air by Boboliak. That's dropping dangerously. Hiroki is there, has to deal with, does so very poorly. And what is Druben doing? I think he's got some internet issues because he's just driving straight on, and the ping might just be his absolute nemesis right now. That's really unfortunate if you're supporting Helios right now.
Yeah, Druben with the bad ping there, but in the end he just scores the goal here. Great pass into the midfield there. Astro did have a miscommunication, I think, because they played it in front of their own net, so it was a great pass from Astro to Druben here. Druben just puts it in for the lead here.
And Druben immediately making that, as if that internet outage, the short ping problems didn't even happen. Ascension Helios are back on the front foot as Per is now up against Hiroki. Gets 50. Bree is up, puts it to the side, but it's only as far as Boboliak gets bumped by Bree, and so Druben can take control. Fluffles now on the back, on the start wall, tries his best to get the infield, gets a pass, gets a bump as well, but Bree from the back post jumping in. At 3 minutes 30, it's 2-1 for Ascension Helios. It's rather close game, I'd say.
Yeah, Ascension Helios just had a few more shots here on net, but Astro just with some misses in the defense again here by Fluffles, I think it was. They're playing a bit risky in front of their own net, so way too much passes into their own midfield in front of the net. It's way too risky for the promotion relegation here. I think they have to get out of this pressure and just get some shots on the net. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely they have to get out of the pressure and try to enable some offense. There hasn't been really anything going for them. It's now Per baits Fluffles in, but he actually gets a good touch into the corner. Druben has to deal with it. Gets past 1, gets a pass 2. 2 good 50s from now. Maybe the pass into mid can't quite get the angle, but it's dangerous against the backcourt nonetheless. Per with an interesting 50 there coming in from Fluffles, but no power on that one. Bree will, however, keep it in their half. Now the pass mid is open, but she misses the ball. That's really unfortunate. Per is there to clean up. Is Druben there for a shot? Yes, he is! And the third goal for Ascension Helios. They are coming out swinging.
Yeah, Ascension Helios with great offensive pressure, great passes onto the backboard, and Druben just instantly is there, instantly reacts to this insane pass by Pure there, and yeah, we have a 3-1 lead here now for Ascension Helios. I think they are doing very well with the pressure they have.
Doing quite well indeed. The scoreline does reflect it, but Astro Atlas not giving up. Boboli with a long range shot. Now a bit of a backflip there from Hiroki, but the chance is not over yet. Fluffles up high. Boboliak is there, but Per already jumping off the backboard, and now Bree versus Fluffles. It's a race. Fluffles wins this one. Is the follow-up there? No, it isn't. Where's Druben? For God's sakes, don't go for the side. Please do a third man. You needed to be in that spot to clean that one in and get the fourth. That was a wasted opportunity for Ascension Helios.
Astro Atlas has way too much time and space here right now. Essentially, just really have to get this sorted, and it's again a long clear long ball onto the net here by Helios, and again a bit of a miscommunication Astro Atlas side. So they have to get this fixed in order to don't get goals on their own side. So like I said, they are playing a bit too risky in front of their own net.
Playing a bit too risky, and Ascension Helios being quite capable of punishing those risky plays. But now the ball is clawed long and wide. Fluffled is there. Boboliak against the backboard. There's a follow-up coming from Hiroki, but Droom is there to meet the shot. Ball still falls to Hiroki. That's a difficult angle, but it doesn't matter for him. It's over Bree and in 3-2, 1 minute 12 left on the clock.
The shot by Hiroki was very awkward to deal with for Bree here in the net, because that bounce and the bounce upwards was very hard to read. So he was awaiting a powerful shot, I think, and Hiroki just plays it with mind games and scores with a great read onto the goal of Ascension here.
Yeah, and Astro Atlas definitely trying to claw this game back already with another attempt there. The demo was missed, however. Fluffles now into the middle, but it's only as far as Per looks for Bree upfield. She can put it in the middle. It's really dangerous. It's Droom there. Does he have the read? He is there, but he doesn't have the read. Unfortunate for him, but he stays there on the back of the ball, just harassing the defender, trying to interrupt in any way possible. Per gets back into the middle. There's no defender there. Both have been demoed, and Fluffles has to quickly get there with a very, very little boost. Does so successfully, and now it's the last 30 seconds of the match. Ascension Helios looked fairly comfortable, but Astro Atlas getting stronger and stronger by the minute.
20 seconds left here in the match, and Ascension have the majority of the pressure in this game, so Astro has to keep pushing and keep concentrating in those last 15 seconds here in order to get this game to overtime. So they really have to score now, or at least get a good chance at the 0-second goal. And they are now in attack, and the ball is up, so we have a shot coming in, but it's blocked by Per there, so it drops down. And I think we had a great game here from Ascension with many shots, but also some great saves by Astro Atlas.
Yeah, as you pointed out, it's a great offensive showing for Ascension, looking like a team on a mission here in this game, number one. But Atlas slowly and surely getting back into it, trying their best, trying a few different things. But the thing I want to see more is just keeping that possession, not yeeting the ball away when they don't have to. Because just giving up the possession is just playing straight into Helios' hands, because they are quite comfortable with the ball, and they're quite comfortable with the space that just booming the ball creates for them. So they have to be, Astro Atlas, just a bit more patient and a bit more keeping in possession, I'd say.
I think Astro is a bit panicky in some situations, and Ascension with great passings onto the backboard to lay it down for the midfield man to the second follow-up man. And this was the majority of the chances here was because of those passes. So yeah, we are going into game 2 now, and I think Astro really have to fix those panicky things they are playing like here. So if they fix this, they have a good chance here. So they had a good last few minutes. So I'm really hyped for game 2. I think we will see a great matchup here.
Great matchup. If game 1 is anything to go by, that can definitely happen here as Bree versus Hiroki on the kickoff. Let's see how that goes. Bree wins it towards Per, takes the shot, but it's a bit weak. Boboli gets it over Bree, gets a demo on Bree as well, and now can chase down Droom, put a bit of pressure on him. Doesn't do so. Droom now with control in the air, gets it past one. Can he get a 50 against Fluffles? No, he can't, but the shot is there. Fluffles can't wrap his car around, and now the counter-attack is on Per. Trying his best, but Bree just jumping in out of nowhere. Not quite the touch she wanted, I'm sure, as Droom now fakes out one. Pass back from Bree to Droom is intercepted by Boboliak. It's a bit slow this start. 30 seconds gone and not really anything going right now.
Yeah, we are 40 seconds in now and no shots on both sides. It's a long shot here by Boboliak, and it's in to the net. I think one of the defenders there from Ascension was a bit too much up there. Yet Bree too much forward here and couldn't quite reach the long clear there by Astro Atlas.
It's a long clear, and Bree just called too far upwards, leading to the goal. And now a second one maybe, but if Per can make the save, he can make the saves, gets support from the crossbar as well. The ball somehow is keeping out of that one as Ascension has now cleared the lines and trying to go to offense with Droom. clearing the ball down the field. Boboliak takes control, gets it over one, but Per immediately up for that challenge. The ball only as far as Fluffles, though, is low boost caught in his corner. Hiroki and Boboliak both not really sure who should take this one. Now Per in the air, lots of space. Flip reset, gets it, puts the shot wide of the net, and Astro Atlas can now clear the lines.
Yeah, great chances here by Ascension with those mechanical plays, like you saw Juben with an air dribble earlier on, and now a flip reset try by here there, and he puts it into the open net. No one was home for Astro Atlas. One was waiting in a boost, I think, and one was rotating out of the net, so they wanted to start the attack there, but both defenders missed the ball, so it's an open net for Ascension Helios here.
Open nets are the bane of your existence if you're on defense, and Boboliak just fucking off for boost. Not really sure what he was trying to achieve there, but defending really wasn't his main priority apparently, and thus it will cost them dearly as Ascension Helios now equalize 1-0. Boboliak tries to make amends for his mistakes, gets it only as far as Druben. Now on the ceiling with the challenge, actually gets the challenge. Fluffles there for the follow-up, but Per can save the shot, puts it into the corner. The pressure not done yet. Hiroki Bree with the pre-jump save. Good read of where the shot is going to go, and Druben with the long clear. Fluffles get on the end of that one. That could have snuck in if he hadn't made contact, so good on him for making contact there. Bree and Hiroki clash off the Titans in the air. Bree tries to adapt there, can't quite get it as Druben jumps in from the side, gets a 50, and the ball deep into the Astro Atlas half, but there's no follow-up here from Ascension Helios, and that shot is wide on the clearance as now Astro Atlas tried to build some offensive pressure in the Helios half.
Yeah, Astro Atlas started off slowly here, but they managed to get a good chances at the goal, and they're starting way better than in game 1. So if they keep this pressure up, I think they have a good chance at winning game 2 or winning the whole series. But then it was also great counter-attacks, great saves on their side, and yeah, I think it's a really balanced matchup in game 2, so not like game 1.
It's really balanced, but that was defensive mischief happening there. All three players just in the net at one point and leaving it immediately. Unfortunately, Helios didn't recognize that one and couldn't punish this time, but that should not happen too often if you're Astro Atlas. Now Fluffles takes it up, gets the 50 versus Per. That's a promising bounce. The read from Hiroki isn't quite there though, and that's the sort of reads why they are in this position in the first set. That's why they're fighting against relegation, because a good Div 2 team would have made that read happen and would have scored there.
Astro Atlas has good chances, and I think they are looking way better than they did in game 1. So great attacks on their side, but the goal they did, so that Ascension scored here was an open net. That was because of Boboliak just was waiting on the boost, but they got those panicky plays in the backside sorted here, and they are not playing that risky in front of their own goal. So I think that is very good for them, so they can save more balls and get a bit more counter-attacks working.
And they're trying their damnedest to get those counter-attacks working right now as Boboliak takes the shot, doesn't quite get it, but gets the demo. That's going to be huge. The shot is there for Fluffles. The shot has the power. The shot has the accuracy right underneath the crossbar, and it's 2-1 for Astro Atlas.
Yeah, it was a great demo there by Boboliak and Fluffles with a great shot, with great power, with 106 kph there, and he has it's not good position to save this ball, or didn't have the boost there. So yeah, 2-1 lead now for Astro Atlas, and like I said, they are looking good, but it's an open net here again for Ascension. I don't know where this came from, but I think their kickoff was a bit unlucky there. And yeah, both players, Hiroki and Fluffles, were on the same side, so this shouldn't happen, because they had an open net, like, I don't know, who was it? I think Fluffles, sorry, Boboliak was on the other side, so no one was back there to save this ball.
No one was back, and again, the miscommunication costing Astro Atlas dearly here after this kickoff. It's the only set piece in Rocket League, so you'd think the teams would have it figured out, but alas, it can lead for some big issues, as now there's a great doink, nearly finding its home in the net from Hiroki there, but it's supposed to essentially survive that one. Now Bree is up, no pressure from any Astro Atlas player, really. Fluffles now tentatively going forwards, gets beaten by Druben. Hiroki into the side wall, Boboliak past the defender. Hiroki now has an opportunity, but low boost will cost him, as now there's an open net. Fluffles the shot that skies it. Ooh, that was the opportunity to make this game not go into overtime, and they fluffed it quite spectacularly as now Hiroki gets a good 50. Per with the backflip, the panic setting in, and Hiroki says thank you. 3-2, only 10 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, the backflip and the touch there was very unlucky for Ascension here, and now Astro just takes the lead here in the last 10 seconds, and I think Ascension really have to put up the pressure now in this game in order to get this one to overtime and have a chance at winning game 2.
But they're trying. Droom is up immediately to challenge that one off the ceiling. Now, Bree goods it down into the corner, but it's not bouncing up. It's killing the ball effectively, and Astro Atlas take game number 2 in what can only be described as Spain for Helios without the S.
I think this game could have ended 3-0 for Astro, because the 2 goals they got were open nets, both because of miscommunication on the side of Astro. So if Bobolek would have not waited on the boost and the miscommunication after the kickoff wouldn't have happened, they would have taken this game here 3-0 or something like this. But they really have to fix this miscommunication, because in the end they're killing themselves, because they can't save those shots from Helios there.
Yes, as you point out, they're really working against themselves here when keeping the nets open, and when trying to make stuff happen here, especially in defense. But credits to Helios as well. They're punishing hard. They're punishing their opponents hard for their mistakes. So if they can continue doing that, and Astro keep doing those mistakes, then anything is possible. But I wanted to see more from Helios, what we saw in game 1, just unrelenting pressure. Just, I think the third man here was just too defensive most of the time, so they were too timid here.
Yeah, Astro Atlas was starting very good in game 2. They don't did this aggressive playstyle in game 1. They had much more panicky playstyle, and I think they get into this game now, and they're doing pretty well. So this matchup will get pretty balanced here in this game. So yeah, 10 seconds in, and again an open net there, but Bobolek demos one and has it, but it's again a shot there by Helios. Also, one man is standing still there, so I don't know what this was again here from Astro Atlas, because it was way too open for Helios here.
It's way too open, and it is way too open yet again. Droom flicks it over one, easy as you like, and the third man just not there. Where on earth are you, man?
And the situation, Bobolek just shouldn't challenge it if no one's back there. So she should have just waited for a mate to be behind him and then challenge his ball. It would be way smarter than just to challenge his ball, get over flick, and again, essentially with the 4th or 3rd open net here in the series.
Yeah, essentially it's just punishing any defensive mistake that Astro Atlas makes, but as long as the mistakes keep coming, we talked about it earlier, Ascension Helios are going to punish them, as now Per has to drive back. Bobolek puts a bit of pressure on, gets it into the corner, and Hiroki is there for the read. Fluffles, third man challenge, that's really dangerous, he misses it, but Bobolek, good rotation this time to cover for his teammate as Bree gets it into the middle. Per is up, can't get on the end of it, gets a 50 out of it though, as Per trying something. There's a good flick coming out from Bobolek, completely catches out Droom in the middle of nowhere, and Astro Atlas equalize.
Yeah, Bobolek just catch 2 players there. Bree and Droom just were going for the same ball. So this was definitely Droom's ball. Bree should have rotated back there earlier. And yeah, great flick by Bobolek, great attack there again by Astro. So we have a tied up game again.
We have an equalized game yet again, and Fluffles is trying to make something happen in the offense. Goes for the shot rather than the pass, but Ruben is there to deal with it now. 100 boost on the wall. Can he get a pass? No, really. The ball from the wall is just too far away. As Bree puts it against the backboard. Against Fluffles now in the 50. As far as Per trying to fake someone out, but the 50 is unfortunately overdriven as well. He has to go. He has to bait in Bobolek, but the demo is happening on defense as Bree jumps across the net. Great save from her to keep this game equalized, but the pressure is not done yet. Bobolek into the corner, has a lot of time, gets a good 50 up for Fluffles, but the ball does not touch the ceiling. Fluffles can adjust though. Bobolek now against the backboard. Bree already there yet again, puts it into the corner, and essentially Helios need the ball clear. They need the boost to get out of this defense, because right now it's looking desperate for them on boost.
Astro Atlas really keeping up the pressure in the offense there, because they know Essentially doesn't have as much boost, so they really have the time and the space to work here on offense and get this pressure again and again, shot after shot, and it's a long clear here by Astro Atlas, and it's into the net again. So we see really much long clears happening that results in open nets, because one of the third man or something like this isn't there to save this ball.
The third man is just too aggressive. That goes for both Astro Atlas, but especially in this game for Ascension Helios. Third man just way too aggressive here right again. As per, if you're going to challenge the third man, you need to make sure you have a 50, otherwise don't go up.
Yeah, pre-end. Per just went for the same ball again, so I think they didn't trust each other on this ball. So the third man should have stayed back, and this was definitely Priest's ball. So yeah, 3-1 here for Astro Atlas. It's too easy right now for both teams. So we had an open net on the side of Astro and 2 open nets already on the side of Helios. So they really have to get this defensive mistakes fixed here in order to win those games.
It's not like the offense is that good, it's the defense is being that bad that so many goals are happening in this game right now. But Ascension, maybe 1 goal from a passing play. No, it's only against the backboard, and Bobo League's already waiting there. Coming up the ceiling. Per will catch the ball, take his time. That's a smart idea, but Bobo League just chases it down like a monkey from the backboard. Gets it onto the backboard again, and the 50 from Hiroki is better than Per, and it's 4-1 now for Astro Atlas.
Yeah, like you have 7 shots out of Astro Atlas here. Again, a great pass onto the backboard there by Fluffits, and Hiroki just beats out Per, I think it was, with the 50-50, and it's again in the net. 4-1 here now for Astro Atlas.
And now this is looking desperate for Ascension Helios. They need something, but that is not it, Chief. Drubin setting up Bobo League. He can only thank his lucky stars that Bobo League doesn't have the necessary car control to convert that one into a goal. As Astro Atlas trying to keep on the pressure. Fluffles now gets it past one. Now Bree upfield gets it past all of them, but it's only into the corner, and Fluffles takes control of this ball. Tries to get the pass mid to Bobo League. Doesn't do so, but fakes out Drubin in the meantime. Now Bobo League, a lot of time. Per catches this one. Goes back to Drubin, who lets it run past him. Looking for the pass to Per. Not quite able to make contact. As Fluffles only as far as Bree. Bree gets violently bumped away, so Bobo League, lot of time. Flip reset, wave dash, 50 against Drubin, all of the above, 5-1. That was a good goal.
Yeah, Bobo League had just, what a flip reset play he just puts out. The flip reset into the dribble into the 50 against the defender from Ascension there. And right now, Astro Atlas is really putting up pressure and really putting shot after shot onto Ascension, and they cannot defend those shots.
They are trying their damnedest Ascension Helios to fix their rotation and to fix their defense, but it's not working out right now against Astro Atlas, who are feeling on top now. Fluffles against the backboard. It's only as far as Per, but the clear is lacking. Bobo League, double tap, maybe. No, Per is there for the second one. The ball's being put into the middle yet again, but Bree can clear that one. Per, does he have the catch? Yes, he does. The flick is there to the top bins. 36 seconds, 3 goals. It's a tough ask, but it might happen.
It's again an open goal there for Pure, who just had a free shot because 2 defenders were rotating back at the same time on the same side. So yeah, we have 36 seconds left, and it's possible to get this game tied up for St. Helios, but it's going to be really hard. They really have to sort their defensive mistakes out here and really have to put the pressure up on Astro Atlas.
It is not impossible, but very much improbable now. With 20 seconds left, as Bree is up in the midfield, the ball high in the air, just floating every bit of time. It's helping Astro Atlas. It's Per looking for a pass there to Bree, not quite being able to make the pass happen. Hiroki with the doink. Not quite. Per cutting in from the side as Bobo League puts it one more in. Hiroki's there with their shot, and it's a bounce shot. It hits the ground. Astro Atlas take game number 3 and are now 2-1 up in this best of 7 series.
I think game 3 was very one-sided, so Astro Atlas really, with great shots, great opportunities, essentially just couldn't quite fix their defensive mistakes here, and I don't know, like, the defense on both sides isn't really worthy Division 2 here, because there are way too much open nets on both sides. Like, again, I think of those 7 goals, we had like 3 or 4 open nets again, and this is not Division 2.
This is not worthy of Division 2 as of right now, but that is why both of those teams are in this position. However, Ascension Helios here in a bit more of a difficult one, as they did just concede 5 goals, and I think 3 of them within like 30 seconds. So I'm wondering if their mentality got any knock. And of course, if your mentality is down in the best of 7, this can spiral out of control quite quickly.
Like you said, we have a best of 7, not a best of 5. So 2-1 up. 2-1 up in the series Astro is right now. So they have to still win 2 games, not only 1. So we go into game 4 now, and I think this is going to be really interesting to see how both teams try to fix their defensive mistakes again.
It's going to be really interesting indeed. Whoever wins the defensive war might win in the end. As Ascension Helios, this is a very important match for them. If they lose this one, their opponents go on match point, on series point. But Per tries to make one happen, and there's a great save from Hiroki, just jumping across the net, doing everything in his power to make the save happen, as now he's on offense. But Per will do it to him, reverse roles as 10 seconds before. This time Per with the save. An aggressive start to game number 4 from both teams. Both teams trying to get the early momentum, and it's a very, very good start here in game number 4.
Yeah, both teams really had 2 great opportunities. So again, a good pop-off into the sky there for Fluffles. Great save by Druben. Bobolek was trying to bump Druben there, but couldn't quite reach him. A double commit on the side of Ascension Helios here, and again an attack, but Bobolek clears it out. I think both teams playing really aggressively this game, and they're really trying to get this early goal, because early goals are very important for the motivation into one game.
An early goal can make or break the series. As Bree and Per, a bit of a double commit here, but Per may be able to adjust, gets the shot. Well, I wouldn't call it a shot necessarily. It was more towards the corner flank than anything else. I think it wouldn't even been a throw-in if we were speaking football. So terrible effort there. You can't really call it pass either. So that's just poor effort in offense, but not from Astro Atlas here. Hiroki with the banger from the wall, and that is the first goal for Astro Atlas, and a huge one mentally.
Yeah, this was a great boomer there from the wall from Hiroki, and directly under the crossbar. Very hard to save for Druben, and he just couldn't quite reach the ball. He just was not expecting such a banger there from the off wall. And yeah, Astro Atlas has great opportunities again. They're trying to steal boost, get those demos, and go for great opportunities in the air, and also setting up great passes.
Yeah, but right now Astro Atlas are setting up the passes and are setting up the pressure, as well as Fluffles profits off of a double committee and defense. That should have never happened. Bree just panicking on the back post. She was perfectly positioned on the back post, just needed to wait, let Druben do his thing, and then come in for an eventually weak clear. But not like this. You don't want to concede like that with the rotation just completely falling apart.
Yes, Ascension just had the same mistake last game with too many double commits or even triple commits. So they just got so many open nets because they had those double commits, and it's a good chance here for Druben, but he just puts it onto Hiroki, who takes it with him onto Pure. He just beats it. Great chance here for Ascension. Good touch there by Bobolek. Great counter attack here for Astro Atlas, but there was demo from Ascension onto Astro Atlas. So we have Astro 2-0 up in the series, and we have 2 minutes 40 seconds left in this game, and Ascension really had to get out of this pressure in order to score 1 or 2 goals here.
Essentially, just really need to put the put pedal to the metal here, put the foot on the gas, and Bree's trying to do that as she keeps the ball in the offense, hunting for a demo as well. But now Druben with the shot, the squishy save coming out from Bobolek, not really needed, not really necessary, but still great to watch that one here as he's trying. He's putting himself into a difficult situation, but he could deal with it now as he's on offense as well. Gets it underneath one. The pass in mid is there. Per versus Hiroki is the 50. Per can win that one, and now has control. A lot of boost to work with, but gets hunted by Bobolek. Can't control the ball, and Astro Atlas clear their lines.
Yeah, Astro Atlas has great opportunities. Bobolek with great mechanically plays in the air, so he tries to fake 1 or 2 defenders out in the air with flippy set or something. and the demos coming out of his Astro Atlas onto his Helios are good, so they're creating very good opportunities with those demos, but it's a great chance here for Ascension, but already a great clear there by Hiroki, I think it was, on to into the midfield again, and it's again wide clear there by Astro Atlas. And yeah, like I said, Ascension really have to get out of this pressure, and they need to score now in order to get motivated for the series again, or for the game.
They need to score now, and they're trying their hardest, but every ball they have is they're just beaten to it, or the defender gets a good 50, but not here. Bree against the back ball. There's a demo coming up. The demo is crucial from Per as Struben plays clean up man, but that was all down to Per with the demo on the goal line.
Yeah, the demo was very important there. So he just made an open net working for Sanchino's Struben. Just says thank you to his teammate there for this effort into putting this demo away, and so they're still down 1 goal. But if they can keep up this great mind games, this great demos in the offense, they really have a great chance at tying up this game again.
They really do have a great chance, but they really need to stop double committing here, especially Bree. She's looking very impatient and very panicky on a lot of those double commits. Now Per taking control, flicking it over one. Gets it over Fluffles somehow, even though the flick was more than subpar. Struben gets it defensively into the corner. The goal is open. The goal is wide open. Opts to go for a pass, but there's no player of his there. As now Bobolik on the counter gets good 50. The bounce really does not favor him. And now it's a race. Struben versus the ball versus Hiroki, but the ball has the power. Hiroki doesn't have the speed, and it's all equalized 2-all. Ascension Helios might take this one into overtime still.
Yeah, it's again an open net here because Hiroki was again too far up a bit. They didn't have those mistakes this whole game. So if they keep this fixed and just get 1 or 2 open nets, but they can save those, it's really good looking here for Astro Atlas because we have a tied up game. But I think Astro Atlas with great offensive attacks in the last minute, I think they just really doesn't have those pressure situations. And Century was really trying to play their heart out of here and try to get this one to overtime like they did right now.
And it is the first overtime here in game number 4 between Ascension Helios and Astro Atlas. As Helios take possession here. Bobolik on the backboard. Gets it over Bree. Struben is a bit far forward, and that ball does not do him any favors either. That's a great pass for Bobolik. He's up there, and he passes to Fluffles. Oh my god, essentially, that's not what you want to do. Struben with the misplay, and then it's all she wrote.
Yeah, essentially just chew this overtime completely. The miss of Bree there in the midfield, and the bounce was very unlucky from Struben there into the midfield, and he just passes it into the midfield like there was only one defender, and that defender was in great position for the save, and two attackers of Astro Atlas were coming at him, and they did a great shot there to win this overtime, and they have now the match point because they are up 3-1 in the series.
They are on series point, and now it gets desperate for Ascension. They somehow have to keep calm and keep collected and not overdo it, not be too aggressive. And I think the key here for them is going to be Bree. It's not been her day, to put it kindly. It's a lot of double commits coming from her. Maybe not a good communication going on internally here between Struben, Bree, and Per. But if Bree can calm down in those third-man positions at the back post, I think Helios regain a lot of their defensive strength that they normally would have. And they can survive against this Astro attack, which seems very deadly, though.
Yeah, Astro Atlas just started this game way more aggressive than they did the last games. And also on both sides, we saw in the first 30 seconds of the last game great opportunities on both sides, great chances from both teams. But in the end, Astro Atlas just hasn't gotten as much mistakes as Ascension in the defense there. Like you said, Bree is a key role in the Ascension defense. If he double commits or if he backflips or something like this, it's not very good for Ascension because they will have an open net on their own side.
Yeah, exactly. It is not helpful if Bree continues to double commit, but it's looking good so far in this first 30 seconds as we actually Per switching card to the Merc. Interesting choice to go for the Merc here. Apparently he felt he was lacking the height. Well, now he's got all the height and some that he could ever need. Maybe he can put it to great use with the Merc power as well, but doesn't get the tripling here around Fluffles. Bree misses that one, and now Boboliek in a 1v1 gets it past one. Fluffles getting there, and Boboliek hunting just for the bump, getting the bump, and Fluffles puts it away. It's 1-0 now for Astro Atlas.
Yeah, Boboliek really is a key role in the offensive of Astro Atlas. A great bump there, a great flick, a great pass onto Fluffles, and he just puts it in because the bump was very good there from Boboliek. So Astro Atlas, really good pressure, really good opportunities for them, and they really want to get this 4-1 win here just in order to stay in their division and keep their Division 2 spot alive. So yeah, I think Helios really have to fight now because Astro Atlas doesn't give them any goals here.
Astro Atlas does not give them any goals, but Ascension at the moment trying their damnedest. Per cutting in there as now Bree trying something to get a challenge from the side. Well, doesn't do so successfully. Fluffles in the air, lobs it high as Bree. That's a huge whiff. Fluffles whiffs as well though, so nothing really happens of it as Drupin now being a bit panicky, just taking the ball away from Per, but now give and go back to Per, not quite, the pass just too high, couldn't make contact. Bree now alone versus Boboliek, and Bree, excuse me? What happened there? What happened to Bree there? She just completely disbanded and she just turned and just didn't know what to do apparently.
I don't really understand why she just was going for the boost there, because there was no one back on the side of Helios, and it results in an open net again for Astro Atlas. So we have 3 minutes left, and how Astro Atlas looks now, they have really great opportunities, really great pressure, really good shots, and essentially it's just they cannot fix those defensive mistakes they have here, and they really have to fix those double commits, those misses, and those boost grabs. So their rotation isn't looking good, and the defense again a double commit here.
Again a double commit, but this time it won't be punished as Boboliek just gets the ball, gets it against the backboard. Now Bree swooping in, trying to take control, but gets bumped for her effort. Boboliek with the pass mid, Fluffles is there, Paris called awkwardly, no one at the back post. Ascension Helios, come on, fix your rotation right now. It might be already too late for it, but for the next series at least.
Yeah, it's again a double commit that costs them those defensive, and just takes home another goal here for Astro Atlas, and Boboliek just again is completely creates offensive pressure here from Astro Atlas. Boboliek, like I said, is a key role in their offensive pressure. Like he has again 2 shots and 2 goals, so 100% accuracy from Boboliek here, and also his bump for the pass there to Fluffles. Like their first or second goal, I think it was also great opportunity creation for him.
That's now Per trying for the Cook's pinch after the aerial, but it's only his first. Boboliek who steals the boost away from Bree crucially, but that's a rare double commit here from Astro Atlas. Per has now an open net to work with, but not quite the positioning of the shot. Boboliek is back already and easily collects that one and pinches it out with Droom. Bree caught alone. Backflip, panic, all of a sudden, no need for it, but it doesn't get punished this time as now Per gets it up. Droom, can he get the angle? No, he can't. Boboliek against the backboard. Bree coming in as third. Trying to get the double touch, not quite successfully, only puts it back into the corner. Per, now it's an open net, all 3 players there, but Bree puts it over the net. That was the chance they needed to score that. They haven't done so, and this might have been it.
The defense of Ascension is way too panicky. Bree is just way too panicky, at least. She has way too much backflips, way too much rotational mistakes, and she also got 1 chance here at the goal, but she puts it onto the crossbar. So at the side of Ascension, they really have to score those chances, because they need 3 goals in 1 minute in order to take this one into overtime and to get a chance to still play the series.
Anything can happen in Rocket League, but honestly, I don't see it happening right now. 50 seconds left for Ascension Helios. Droom fakes out to Rocky. That was a smart play. Now gets a pass mid. Back mid to Per, who fakes out the defender as well. Now third man, where's Bree for the pop? Doesn't need Bree. Per just puts it in himself. 3-1, 40 seconds, 2 goals. It is possible.
Yeah, Curtis just faked out one defender there a bit, and Hiroki just didn't know what to do there, because at least if he commits, then Per just puts it into the sky and onto the follow-up, and if he just don't commit, it's just too wide for him to reach. So they still need 2 goals here to take this game to overtime.
They still need 2 goals, and they're trying with the aggressive pressure. So is Droom in the backfield, trying to cover everything up. Misses the boost, invites Hiroki to take it now. Bubalik over 1. It's only as far as Per, and the shot is by Brio in the air. Can't make contact with it. Hiroki again puts it at mid. Double commit, but no, aborts, thinks better of it. It's the last 10 seconds now, Bubalik, and that's the nail in the coffin. I didn't think that shot would go through. I thought for sure there would be 1 car away. It doesn't. It threads the needle perfectly between 2 of them, and Bree just can't react in time. 4-1 for Astro Atlas. That's not only the game score, but that will be the series score in about 9 seconds.
And we have 9 seconds left. 9 seconds left, like you said, and they are 3 goals down, so this won't happen here today. So yeah, Astro Atlas just keep their Division 2 spot alive. They really had a great fight here after game 1. They fixed those mistakes, and they win here to keep their Division 2 spot. And essentially, they will play again in like 20 minutes or something in order to beat Breakdown Xenon to also stay in Division 2. It's going to be a hard one for them, because if they look like this, I don't think they have a really great shot against Breakdown Xenon here.
Yeah, as you said, congratulations to Astro Atlas for keeping their Division 2 spots if they decide to come back for Season 9 of the ECC. But in about 15 minutes, Ascension Helios, they still have 1 lifeline remaining. They still have to play against Breakdown Xenon, as you have just pointed out. So in those 50 minutes, what is your plan of action now if you're Ascension Helios? What do you need to do in those 50 minutes between now and the next series that will help you calm down and keep refocusing for that series?
I think you really have to calm down of the series and just stay calm. Don't panic in the defense, and just don't allow players like Bobolike to just get shot after shot here. Bobolike just takes the MVP medal for this last game here, because he really was putting great shots. But on the side of essentially, like I said, they really have to fix their defense. And when they fix this, they have a great shot at keeping their Division 2 spot also.
Yeah, they do have a good shot. But that is all she wrote for now. This was the first match, and now, before we go into a short break, just a little announcement how this is going to pan out for now. On this mainstream here, you will be able to see the promotion relegation match between Phoenix Inferno from Division 2 versus Bad Karma from Division 4. So this is going to be happening here on the A stream. On the B stream, slipstream_EU2. There are going to be 2 matches streamed simultaneously, which is something we're trying to work out because of the gravity of the match. It's going to be Ascension Helios versus Breakdown Xenon fighting for Division 2 spot, and alongside them also fighting for Division 2 spot is going to be Godalions Aztecs versus ECC8. There is a multi-Twitch set up for this as well, so if you want to watch all 3 games simultaneously, we have you covered on that one. But for now, Snicks, any final words for Ascension Helios and for Astro Atlas?
Yeah, congrats to Astro Atlas for keeping their Division 2 spot, and I hope also that Ascension Helios also will keep their Division 2 spot, because if they fix those defensive mistakes, they were looking good in offense. So I wish them good luck in their next matchup, and like I said, congrats to Astro Atlas for the win.
Yes, and on the B stream, there's going to be Faded and Danny Boy who will welcome you there. And for the A stream, I'm going to be joined by Mikey for the next match. But that is it for now. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. So see you then.